It is time to rejoice. They finally added sex to Dead by Daylight. The horrible community of people constantly complaining and just being horrible to each other instead of just, you know, playing a video game and just trying to have fun. They forced an unfunny meme so much that this was created. This is official, by the way, if you don't know. This dating sim. This was officially announced on one of their developer live streams a couple months ago, and it was like, hey, we're doing this, and everybody's like, what the fuck? What is this? Well, obviously, well, I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen right now. You obviously can't see because, you know, this isn't like, I'm not a weatherman. It's not a green screen. It's a dating sim, so there's gonna be a lot of talking. So expect me to talk a lot and complain about my voice in horrible voice acting, as is tradition around here. I honestly thought I wasn't gonna stream today just because the entire sky like an hour ago just completely turned pitch black. I was like, okay, it's gonna thunderstorm, it's gonna heavy like just storm come through. Internet might go out, it might not be worth it. And then it's just like, everything just brightened up. I don't know, every time it's been supposed to have like rained over like the past year so far, it's just been, no. It's just, it'll rain for like half a second and then it stops. It's like, okay. I guess that's why everything's dead around here, including me and my soul. I'm just kidding, it's capitalism and applying for jobs, that's what's killing my soul. But God bless coffee and booze. So let's start a new game. Welcome to your dream vacation. Before we get started, what should we call you? Wait, can I? Oh no, I can't. Can I not go back? Oh no, I'm hitting backspace. I can't go back. All right. That seems like an issue. Where if you make a typo, dude, on my when I went to originally go with my new cell phone service that I've been with for like 4 or 5 years at this point, when I went to do it, they spelt my name wrong. They put 2 T's in Tyler. I can't change that. Like, I've been trying to on my screen, so every one of my bills over like the past 5 or 6 years has been like to Tyler, and it's just like, why? It just sounds like Porky Pig is trying to say my name, or, you know, me on stream just trying to utter out words while trying to do something, because, you know, I'm bad at both. Anyways. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the side of your throat, as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open to gasp it for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute, we got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, GBST, may I continue? Please go on. Okay, as I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep at the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up from you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. This is already like good. So when people are like, "Oh, we're doing a dating sim," and it's gonna be goofy, but it's just like, hey, there's gonna be some spookiness to it. This is good. This is like more graphic than anything in Dead by Daylight. What will you do? Oh my god. Oh my god. Bongos. Immediately bongos. I'm gonna dig up that face, son. Let's inspect the body. This is gonna end horribly, by the way. Which, you know, is probably good for content, but bad for me in the game. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh, it's disgusting. There's no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting in the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. I'm gonna assume the ocean is the entity. But if you don't know what Dead by Daylight is, it's one person plays a killer with special abilities and 4 people play as survivor, and the killer has to kill the survivors. And the entire thing is like there's this thing called the entity, and it brings everything into its realm where it's like basically just feeding off of misery and shit. There's lore in this multiplayer game. I'm interested in it, just like most lore. But I digress. You examine the gold coin briefly, happy distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Yeah, hell yes. Why not? What? Oh my god, they made Dwight and Claudette hot. Well, I mean, Claudette was hot before, and they made Dwight like more of like a nerd hot. I guess Claudette is... I don't know, is Claudette like more nerd hot or like less nerd hot? I don't know, they're just cute. I guess that's the word for them right now, cute. Why, hello there, I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back. Oh god, Dwight, that's been... oh yeah, that's a total Dwight thing. Oh hey, this thing's been in a corpse's mouth. I'm just gonna put it in my mouth. Oh hey, I like it. And this is for you. Oh my god, they just gave me booze. This entire, you know what? Maybe we should just call it right then and there. I mean, I got booze for immediately. I mean, that's a good opportunity as any to just be like, you know what? I'll count myself ahead of time. That didn't even make sense. I didn't even get that phrase right. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent, in your estimation. But I gotta ask. Could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? I mean, it takes some fun out of the fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. Alright, I'm gonna play this super risky. You know, if there's like a risky path, I'm just gonna take it through here. I'm gonna thank it for the drink. Thanks for the drink. It's quite delicious. You're welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Mine doesn't have a chance to linger any longer in your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. That's a really violent volleyball. It just is idle animation. You stare down frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. A little help, please. You turn around. When you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. There's Huntress. Look at all that muscle. Oh my god. Fucking Wraith with the drip. That's the type of drip I'd wear. There's my lady, the goth spirit, and then you got big beefy Trapper, who's just hanging dong. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each one of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at all these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once as you're completely paralyzed. Hello? These are weird days. And then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do you do? Alright, so I've got a lineup of 4 sexy monsters. All with some sort of... Well, I mean, it's just Huntress and Trapper that have blood on them. Wraith doesn't, because that would mess up his drip. And the Spirit is just like, fuck this shit. Sure, let's just toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm for sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. Am I gonna, like, is there an option just to be like a flirt when I, like, kneel down to pick it up? Like, I just do one of those things where you just arch your back, you put your butt out and you bend over, you know, one of those things. Like you're trying to drop it like it's hot or something. I don't know, I assume that's what they meant by that, drop it like it's hot, like a hot booty or something. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly by those strong arms. Warm perhaps, maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay, it's natural. This game is already way too horny for its own good. Try hard much? Blech. Speaking directly to you, but you can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion into their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn are they looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. I know, it looked like Trapper was doing like a hey, come hither. Do not be scared, Ghostbusttyler. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna work out. No good reason not to. You decide to head over and see what happens next. Seems like you derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's just best to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. It's distance, it is. Besides, you seem to be a lot more interesting than a seal. By the way, Huntress is like Russian, if I recall. Actually, hold on. And just a quick peruse the wiki. Nothing is. Okay, yeah, she is Russian. All right. I just wanted to culture check myself. I'm sorry. Just hold yourself accountable. It's a fun thing to do. Actually, no, it's not. But also, you know, a little less awkward at the end of the day. What's your deal? What brings you here? I mean, they're trying to do more than distract me from my total domination. That's ironic that a Trapper is talking about total domination when Trapper's the worst fucking killer in the game. That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care whether this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey GBST, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind, there'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now this group has some questions for you. Be warned. Answer quickly and oh god. Answer quickly, answer well. I might not be able to narrate this. This is a time quiz, and it will be very important later. Oh, fuck. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I'm pretty average, I think. Just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself. Like a chipmunk or grizzly bear. Could I have any superpower, what would it be? Flight. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not that cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. I don't know how to do a goth voice. I'm going between goth and like teenager. It's very fleeting between those two. What was your best subject in school? Skipping class. You could say I majored in skipping classes. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great at skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking most days. What is your favorite animal? Kit. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have to some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? Blood red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. What's your dream job? Not working at all. If you get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some sort of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. Alright, if they have mint chocolate chip, then this game is already based. Vanilla chocolate horseflesh. Vanilla. My favorite flavor is pain! Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla. Swirled with pain. Just like the double cone. I think mint chip is. Yes! Right there. Alright, that counts. That totally counts. That totally counts with the game being based. Mint chip is the greatest flavor I ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. Teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip. I mean, again, it's not just I'm not going with the game. It's like literally a K. This is literally mine, and I called it. So I mean, I feel justified. And leave a comment down below if you think otherwise, which I'm not gonna read. In fact, I'll ban you. Fuck you. So obedient. Think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that I know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper, pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is like, say hello to Wraith. Hello, I'm Wraith. Like, I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and love big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering. Society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everybody subservient to those in power. It's better to choose not to take part. Jesus, like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh wait, no, I'm remembering Spirit's story now. That's almost exactly what happened. More or less, yes, that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow up, body. Explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made by it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Yeah, really? That's just disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I know I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with Meathead. So we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. Give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Just turning into Gordon Ramsay. Oh, delicious, simple, beautiful, rustic. Oh, fantastic. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Or else, serious, there's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right there. I'm tired. Besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Where are we going? We're gonna hang out with goth mommy. I guess this is the pool. Is this? I mean, that's the beach, not the pool. That's Wraith, Huntress, and Giga Trad Trapper. You know what? Let's go with let's try to do gothy stuff first, because this is me IRL. I'm so sorry. It would be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look over at the ocean, relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day? It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then to choose to exert themselves in quite frankly any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, I should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. Just for one more. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try to give like Dwight like the squeaky voice teed from Simpsons. This is Dwight and Claudette, activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Huge dramatic musical flourish. That wasn't even a dramatical musical flourish. I'm sorry, that was a fail. None of the others survived. Survived their interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long. I actually don't know how long it's been. Oh my god, I just noticed. Look at how short Dwight's shorts are. Damn, son. You got legs for days and they are completely translucent white. You'd see right through you to the cooler in the pool chair right here, boy. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that has starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we would recommend for you waiting for us to present you with your options wherever possible. So don't run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is follow us to our... Oh, fuck, I wrong one. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. Most of you could do is help us get off the site. Right. Yes, pardon me. Follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight. They just mentioned about wanting to escape. Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Alright, yes, that's true. He was. Just meant he wants to get the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. Has much fancier accommodations than this island. One of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them, not like that other island. So what'll it be? I'm going spirit again. I have a witchy goth type. I'm sorry. But that's how it is. Also, only been doing this for like what? Not even half an hour. My voice's throat is already getting all scratchy. It's fine. I don't do this for a living. I don't do anything for a living. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, I really am sounding like the spirit. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea of volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. Tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that technically a foot above the ground. I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints. This is weird because I did this at camp once. So at the camps I went to in the summer, there was like swimming was mandatory at like in the lake all the time, but I didn't really want to do that because I kind of hate swimming lessons. And I was just like, you know what, I know how to swim. I'm not doing like distance swimming. I'm not doing any lifeguarding. I don't need to do this. I don't think so. There was one time during like in the evening where everybody gets together and just does an activity. I kind of like stepped on my ankle, it just kind of hurt a bit, but it wasn't like super bad. And I just basically pretended like, oh no, my ankle hurts. I went to the doctors and everything, the nurse there, and they were just like, oh, well, you know, just put this cream on, whatever, it's just keep off it a while. So for like a day or two, I was able just to like miss out on doing most things. And then I just kept on going on with it. I'm like, you know, it still hurts. So I basically skipped out on like an entire week's worth of swimming. Because I didn't want to do swimming lessons. Besides, doing swimming lessons inside of a lake that's shared by like other people. It's not like a private lake. And just having like boats go by, and then all of a sudden, like while you're doing like the front crawl and stuff, breaststroke and whatnot, you stick your head above, then all of a sudden like you're just hit with just this massive weight, like the riptides from like the boats and shit. That always sucks. And also, at least one time I was doing swimming lessons with one other person, and they were really slow, and they kept going off in front of me to try stuff first. And I don't know if this was the same time, but they were just so slow. So like at every time like I'd like try to like speed by them, I'd have my head pop up, and then I'd just get splashed in the face by them because they're from kicking their legs. And then I would look like I like an idiot, like I don't know what I'm doing. When I did know what I was doing, I knew it. It's just they were slow and they're making me look bad. Anyways, that's the end of Trauma by Daylight with me, your host, GBST. We're gonna get back to horny goth posting. Then I tried to annoy everybody by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining, and then when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make the drink of your dreams. Yes, hilarious, right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So, what will you be having? Oh, shit. What are we drinking, lads? What are we drinking? I'm thinking maybe vodka soda, just because I've been getting the drink I've been drinking is so much during the summer would be White Claws. specifically the lime White Claw, because I feel like that's really good. That's refreshing. That's on a hot day when it's like really hot. It's like humidex is like in the 40s, the plus 40s. And it's just like you want to drink something cold. It's like it's really refreshing. And also, like, every time I've drank beer over like the past couple months, I've just felt like disgusting afterwards. And also, you can drink a lot of White Claws and like not feel gross and disgusting, and it's not that much calories. Which, you know, was super good. Sangria's alright. I'm not super into it. Scotch Rocks is. I think you know what? I'm gonna go Scotch Rocks because that's I'm a bit of a Scotch boy. On a day like today, I can use something strong. Scotch on the rocks. Claudette uncorks a very expensive looking bottle off the top shelf liquor and pours you a glass. Do enjoy. Who would drink that? Smells like kerosene. You need to embrace the burning. the burning? Oh yeah. How would you embrace that? Burning is... Wraith stifles a sob. No, I can't even think about it. Oh my god, Wraith is such a fucking nerd. What a dork. Well then don't skin off my back, you weirdo. Come to think of it, strong, expensive, better the longer you have it locked in the basement. Scotch is the best. I guess Scotch is the... Is Scotch the drink of like basement Bubba builds? Of Basement Trapper builds too, even though Basement Bubba is like significantly better than Basement Trapper. Trapper guzzles half the bottle and burps. It'll be disgusting if it wasn't so... No, disgusting is exactly what it is. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they were gonna pull this faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. I think it could be kind of fun. A little fun. Never mind. I hate it. This sucks. It could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. Must make small talk. I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cold fog beneath my severed feet. Topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction, or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. Escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems appropriate time to ask you, what's your desert island book? The book you'd bring with you if you were, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because it's an island of horror villains. And also those books are in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. What's your favorite? I need some more water. Dude, my water bottle... Alright, so I have to rant a little bit more. My water bottle the other day... I don't know why. It's fine. Like, I've had like the same water bottle for forever, for like 4 or 5 years. It's one of those like big shaker bottles that you pour protein powder in and shit. I just drink water out of it because it's like an easy, like I can track like oh, it's like a liter of water. Like, oh, I don't have to worry about like getting up and get water so much. And you can put like a shitload of ice cubes in it. It's fine. The other day I took a sip of it like right in the morning because I tried to drink water first thing in the morning, which you all should do. You fucking animals. So I did it, and there was just immediately just this weird, like, off taste. It was like, oh, this is fucking gross. Like, this is horrible. I had to, and it just persisted just on the back of my tongue, like, for like a couple hours until, like, I ate. I brushed my teeth a couple times. I drank some coffee and stuff. And then I didn't think much of it, so I just washed out my water bottles, like, super good. Later on in the evening, like, I was drinking water. I drank from, like, first time again after, like, drying it off after washing it. And it still had that again. So, I think my water bottle is just, I gotta check it out. My girlfriend was like, hey, you gotta boil it to sanitize it. I'm like, that sounds really weird. I don't understand. She's like, oh no, it's because the minerals in water and like the plastics are like decaying. I'm like, I'll just go buy a new one. And she's just like, no, please just let me boil this water bottle for you. I'm like, babe, it's like $20 and I'll get like a couple of years out of it. It's fine. So anyways, I'm without a water bottle. I got this water bottle right. I know I immediately just said I'm without a water bottle. I got a water bottle right here. One I don't really drink out of. It's got like corgis on it and it's significantly smaller. But I now have to like complain about this one because like the lip of it, like where you drink out of it, like the water where the water comes out, it's like weirdly plasticky sticky. I think it's because like, you know what I think it is? I think because there's like a rubber stopper like underneath it, so it goes into like the hole. You like clamp it in, you know. I'm doing a bad job explaining this, but like even still, like this water tastes like oof, and it persists like on like just on my lip. So I guess I gotta like crank it open. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Hold on, can I put my water bottle here? Is just my deck's gonna explode because there's so much on it. Alright, if it explodes now, it's not my fault. It's the water bottle's fault. You know what? It's also the desk's fault for not being able to hold all my girth, my mass. Anyways, we're talking about books or some nerdy shit. Fuck it, Dracula. Dracula's one classic that's still scary. To be secluded by some beautiful stranger, only to learn later on that they're a mortal villain. It's downright thrilling? Well, I guess, but I was gonna say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he possesses, can't help but turn on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. Same here. So if some old doctor says he's a bad boy, you're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? You're gonna be trapped in the nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about. You could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. The scariest part of Dracula is that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Enough about these stories about belonging to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before I know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's get in a circle and spin this. Oh my god, I'm gonna kiss Trapper right in his masked face. Wait, what? Trickster's in this? Wait, what? No, I'm genuinely shocked. Wait, what? How is the Trickster in this? He wasn't advertised at all. Oh my god, am I gonna like make out with this murderous K-pop boy? If so, hell yeah, this game is gonna get like 10 out of 10 game of the year. Fuck Elden Ring. Fuck Stray. I mean, you can be a cat that's got a meow button, that's pretty strong, but you know what's also strong? Fucking Huntress's muscle and the abs on Trickster. I mean, look at him. It's like a 72 pack right there. Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late for an introduction to a new character? I thought I was the only one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Why, hello. Who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, Hack. I don't know, what's the harm in inviting one more person to join a circle for a game? Oh, I can't stay, but just saying it was a great idea. While also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I got a much better things to do. I got... Are they being serious? Is there a secret Trickster ending, or are they just goofing? I don't know anymore. This is amazing. I've got much better things to do than to hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. Oh my god, I'm sorry. This game is like... I knew that it was gonna be like, hey, it's like, it's meme, like, aha, the fan base for Dead by Daylight's horny, but I was like, yeah, this is like, this is outrageous, this is hilarious, this is good. If I recall correctly, I think this was written by the guys who did the KFC dating sim, the Colonel Sanders one. I haven't played that one either, so I have no idea about the quality on that one, but this is like amazing so far. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. Let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here for a good time, but in a classy way. All makeups will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen and use our imagination while you make out to the other side of the bar. We're not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. You're up. Grip the bottle in your hand. Put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigame. Oh my god, I forgot there's minigames in this bitch. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, the target you're gonna be pointing at. This year upcoming minigame will be a special minigame, perfect for those less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. Suppose if that doesn't stop where you want to, I mean that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Ready to play? I'm ready, coach. Let me spin that bottle. Anyways, here we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Oh no. No. Boy, for a normal human, I'm really good at spinning a bottle. I mean, look at how many rotations. Oh god. This is so much pressure. No! No, I got the nerd. Oh come on, that was like, that was like, that was in the middle. Let me spin again. Psych, you actually have to spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle here on this island. Now get your spin on. You got Trapper. You got, oh fuck, I got it right there. No! Oh god, I have to like focus. I have to focus like my one lone brain cell into this. Hold on. No! Oh! Oh! No, 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 no! 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 The one I didn't want to get out of the 4. I had like a 25% chance of getting him and I got him every time. Wrath is your true match. Oh no. Just this morning you were waking up in a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel with Wraith, lust in his eyes, sweat glistening off his skin. No, oh no. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Wraith takes you by the hand as you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in a sexy way he is. Sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at an interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. I know how that feels. Oh boy, do I know how that feels. You don't know what to do. If you try to lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Yes, do that. I want to do that. I don't want to romance the Wraith. Wraith, we. Look, you're great, but also terrifying. You just steal your line. I want to be kissed by you, but well, maybe I'm not even sure how. Is that sad? Great. Now I look sad. Well, the tropical shorts fit. Make me happy to be around, I think. Still so new all of this. We can figure it out together. Really? Really, I'd like to get to know you. And you know, the kissing sounds great in theory. Sure does this sound, painful? So then for now, Wrath reaches out and gives you a vigorous handshake. We're acquaintances going on friends, going on lovers? Sorry. Ugh. Great handshake, by the way. Really? Truly. And to bring out such a passionate moment. I only assume it's passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on the island. But dinner is being served right away and we must insist that you join us. We don't want anyone dying of starvation. There's so many more remotely interesting things to die from. I fucked up the save file. Hold on. Hold on, can I should have saved. I should have saved beforehand. Hold on, is there... Hold on. How do I download? How do I download a save that goes past the mini game? Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? You know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered throughout. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. Seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. And better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. No one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir? I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick is getting a little flustered. Oh, hey there. You're looking good, Ghostbusttyler. Real good. Literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit anyone on the screen at the same time. Probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got it? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite you. Hunters and Trappers can sit at the ends with their enormously sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal is prepared slowly and carefully, with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. Hope that you enjoy. Really, really hope you do. Don't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with specific special herbs and spices we can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. But you know, considering that you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. I need to murder something to eat meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Silver perts. Oh no, don't. Son, please don't talk about a person in a spit. Please, please. I think I'm gonna get banned for that type of lewd imagery or lewd implication. Or still the parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the split, you spot what definitely appears to be the scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. We do literally everything on the island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my brodex. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear we're from completely different historical eras, which they are. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swing contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. The hell it is! I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you like. Please, please stop. I hate when we fight. Or talk. Even when we look each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Oh no, it's Felix! Oh no! Oh no, Felix is dead! Felix is, if you don't know, again, by daylight, Felix is a certain other survivor character, so I guess he's canonically dead in this universe. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon. I will explain the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tinnitus. Hey, why don't you let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's the machete, freshly sharpened. Game's bottom target you're pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes hidden until the pointer arrives. Spacebar to stop. Oh my god, did they add in fucking skill checks to a dating game? A visual novel dating game. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not at the end. Would you like me to repeat? I'm ready for skill checks. I don't play Survivor much, so this is gonna go poorly. You do a lot of skill checks in Survivor. I don't play Survivor. Mostly because I like running around with like a knife and just chasing people and like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Because that's fun. Not fun in real life though. That's like the scariest shit ever. That's scarier than monsters. Just some dude in a mask just like coming at you with a knife. Fucking spooky. Alright, ready. Anyway, here we go. Slice. Not bad. Oh my god. You missed completely. It's okay. At least you tried. A little. Sometimes takes a lot of effort. What the hell was that? You ruined dinner. Your swing was so poorly aimed you hacked it to pieces. The bad kind of pieces too. I hope you're drunk. Dinner is finally served. For real? Sounds, especially coming from the mask killers both sheet, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the one who seems to really brace being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. Think the mystery comes easy? Claudia and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash it through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? Two best things about being dead are it's not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, GBST. Number two. There's no number two. Unless to think about in the F. Oh my god. Even... Please don't make me think about hot goth chicks pooping. Even if I wanted to eat meat, I have no idea what I'd actually follow. I mightn't have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. See how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. And even worse is that they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Oh, look at that fucking seagull. Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, here, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. She's right. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up in this island with no memory of who you are or how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. No idea the last time you ate a real meal. Meant standing in the sun. But the seagull... Oh, he made a lot of good points. I swear. I'm beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Well, whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. I'm not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here. I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path. Or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over, having to fast forward back to where you were right, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. Made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Just love the ocean at night. I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have no words for this. Like, I've been watching this for an hour and I cannot imagine anyone willingly asking for this. That's because you don't play Dead by Daylight, Lego. You'd be shocked at how many people were asking for sex in Dead by Daylight. That's a meme. That's the title of the stream. They added sex to Dead by Daylight. That's a meme. Anything they say on like Twitter or in a stream, it's like, oh, add sex. And then suddenly it's just like, hey, dating sim, you can bang killers. And everybody's like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. Hi, Jennifer, how you doing? How was the beach? I have to wonder, how can anyone believe in anything else? Look out to the darkness of night and ponder the question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? How could you not feel small? I used to feel that way, small and important and alone, but lately I'm not so sure. Started to feel different. Started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. Look at Spirit, who has turned to the ocean and look at you as you speak on this topic. She's clearly so passionate about. Friend, perhaps something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. Ha! A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. Ugh, I'm so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter, and take care of myself. Now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. My destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound silly, but... Spirit looks around to see if anyone else is on the beach. She's convinced that it's only you two. She continues. There's a dragon that lives inside of me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid, that sounds badass. Right? I didn't let it out, and then, you know, I chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. I'm here for sex and DBD. Everyone is. If you play weird, again, it's like weird. It's like, all right, it's a game about people running from death and people trying to chase people toward death, and it's just like, oh, he, the big monster man is sexy. Oh, shove your knife into me, daddy. Penetrate me from the back, daddy. You know? Ghosts can't have generational trauma, you're dead. I mean, that's what you say, but that's the entirety of Spirit's thing. There's another killer who is like her great grandfather, and she's inherited the spirit a little bit or something. I don't remember the lore. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome, but honestly though, I don't feel like I've got anything inside of me at all. Just darkness. Never-ending darkness. Here, I thought the spirit is the biggest goth on the island, until you arrived! Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around, ready to fend off what new dangers popped up on the strange island. Only to find out that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand which they are waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend every event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points is not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted for after campfire story time. This rate we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was. No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after. That comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Everyone has gathered at the fire pit. Dwight and Claudette quickly made an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular. Someone, we're not going to say who, so don't worry, has been sticking to the schedule. That means we're going to be behind on time for evening activities. Only have time for one person to share their spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now! I swear I won't be angry. Merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though this is taking some pressure off of me. It's an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald! Try to flex that authority gimmick on me one more time, so help me. Snap your head off so quick and it's drown you in its blood. Cynthia! Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and dice. Are they... Trapper seriously, like, doesn't know the names of Dwight and Claudette? He's just calling them Donald and Cynthia? We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? It's Dwight. Who knows anymore? Call me a nobody. They even changed his name box. We still gotta get started on story time, so where do you think you should go? Ah, damn it. That's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical island doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I choose you, Spirit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This experience is being carefully crafted to avoid IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs dramatically and rolls her eyes. She gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing. Even to me, and I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. We're not just gonna chit-chat. I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress' eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Ray take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting, and know when it's not. Well, hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though I was selected since I'm gonna tell the story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood on an old wound. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, like anything she had seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen of officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance and its massive size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? Such a busy area, how could someone like this just appear? A mystery, as if it was conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from the face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me, cried somebody inside of the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, in prison, his voice trembling. By now, as every detective in the city was there, looking at the strange structure up and down, suspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners, no seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for one single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I'm sorry, this is a romance? A man trapped inside of a really tiny box. Oh yeah, how fucking romantic. I don't know what happened. I woke up here and I was so scared. I'm so scared, please help me, cried the man, pleading for his life. How strange tense situations, Detective Hada comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddled on the ground. The man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hada. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and this won't be the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest of passageways, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. Simple pledge she felt like an instant connection, like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing through his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised, I do. Pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without surely knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips to the opening, letting her breath creep into this stranger structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on the man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel this in her brief contact in the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through each inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. Thank you, the man said, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back! Yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hada and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled with a cacophony of swirling gears and clicking latches. Symphony of mechanical activity all happening at once. Something got triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled. The side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hada gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. That's when her eyes landed on the man, really landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hada had to think of him in that moment to survive. Collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, clearly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin to soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story. It's safe to say that you're not alone. Everyone else is looking to the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. The game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something! Anything slow clap? Or hug her? Hold on. Oh no, you can't save scum! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. No, please, 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 let me save scum this. Let me save scum. I want to see about decisions, see what decision's better. Fuck it. I'll simp. Stand and without saying anything, you approach Spirit, reaching your arms out around her for a hug. Her robe hovering in the air begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. Certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement and you nearly fall into the fire. Spirit says nothing, with so much as saying goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everybody had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, it's decides everybody to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can have a moment alone before bed. Everybody leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because the trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. The trickster leaves. You're a bit confused as to what to make of this cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. Who is this douchebag? Oh, it's Trickster. He is the most himbo of all DBD colon. It takes forever to add things in OBS. There he is. This is Trickster. He's a killer in Dead by Daylight. He's a K-pop boy who's also a serial killer. I mean, look. I mean, he's got all this going on here. Look at him. Anyways, yeah, that's enough of this dirty himbo. I know. When Trickster first appeared, like near the start, I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was shocked. I was shocked. And he's like, "Hey, handsome, look for the Trickster ending." I'm like, "What? Are you serious? Am I getting trolled right now? Am I getting bean boozled?" Hey Trickster, are you a clown man? Because I feel like you're bamboozling me right now. A joke no one is gonna understand unless you play the game. Shit, I'm out of water. I'll try to get I don't know how long this game is. I'll try to do an ending, but in a little bit I will during the next scene I will quickly BRB to make like tea and grab water and stuff because yeah, this is like more talking than I like ever fucking do. And I already knew what I was gonna get myself into. I already knew. I know it was a dating simulator, so it's all this talking and reading. I don't blame it. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around. I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted by that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god, a narrator. Doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot... Yeah, I'm gonna calm down. Besides, also, hot goth girls like, come with me to a hot tub. I'm like, that's not gonna calm anyone down. More blood is gonna be pumping to every part of your body, especially downstairs. Tipping in hot tubs with the spirit. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna just get a hot goth chick. So where were we again? We're hopping in a hot tub with the goth chick, which I mean I guess that's most people's their dream in high school and from then and beyond. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, some jealous shark comes along. If some jealous shark comes along, manage to jump in from the ocean to the pool, you're also pretty sure that your killer companion could handle it. Just want to be totally clear. Even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, than any other clay. I believe you, completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life. So was the person in the story. Perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island trapped, one may see, in a most puzzling place. Also a completely regular coincidence. Sure, his lips were blue, your lips are blue. Really? They call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so the similarity stopped there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Got this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or well, maybe it is coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. You know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. It's a very adult story for children to dream. Do you believe me? Sure. Especially gonna be like, hey, Bazinga, you dumb idiot, you fucking loser simp. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just give me your credit card number and the 3 numbers on the back. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool! Taught you to trust a stranger. You're gonna get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. See, I told you, I got bazinga'd. Now you got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, I don't already know the answer to my own question about it if you answer the answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Oceaneer got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating... corpsey cutie. Cloud of magical mist might be waiting for you to say the right thing and for your firmer puzzle box. You believe that she is the... Damn it, got me going again. Fortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, find a certain someone standing before you with the fresh towel ready for you to dry off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch the Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her, at first. She catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Thanks, Dwight and Claudette, I was gonna score! Cock blocked by the nerds. The nerd kids. The nerd kid crew. And I gotta shove this tea down my throat. When in doubt, kids, just shove it down your throat. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the box, the prisoner in the puzzle box. At first, I thought that they were honestly talking about, like, they're trying to drop hints about Pinhead. Because they're like, oh, puzzle box. Like, oh god, my brain is going nuts. But then again, they probably don't have the licensing rights to that. You managed to escape from this place. Will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make that gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell on too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. Uh-oh. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest. But I'm sure we're gonna make you comfortable, or die trying. Hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum, or other guests are the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. What radio station is each? 98. Let's see what's on this station. Oh my god, it's the fucking Legion's music. Okay, this is even creepier because I didn't know what any of the numbers were. Dude, I used to play Legion. That used to be like my favorite killer for a long time, and I accidentally found it. Can we listen to more? I don't know what this is. I assume this is a killer's chase music. But I wouldn't play Survivor enough to know. Music is this? This is really quiet for me too. Feels like it's building up to something. I have no idea. This is also probably like pre-chase music. Okay, some Japanese stuff. 90 degrees. Alright, I'm gonna be dead by daylight before I find music that I recognize. Alright, someone else's killer music. I don't know.
Now join me on a stroll down memory lane.
What?
Behavior's been making games for about 30 years. Mostly for
Holy shit, this is Matthew.
licenses and other publishers and developers. But all of us on the team, we have our own stories here. And one of those stories that we've been wanting to tell
this is
for a long
crazy.
time is the story of this fantasy, being a villain in a horror movie. Way back when, a decade or so ago, people were telling us horror doesn't sell. I mean, unless you're like the big ones, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
Is this Matthew just talking about like the elevator pitch for Dead by Daylight?
We didn't give up. We released one as a comedic twist on this called Naughty Bear. If you don't know Naughty Bear, go check it out.
Oh my god,
Magical.
I forgot Naughty Bear.
A little later on, though, we had one of
A Naughty Bear was basically Hitman, but you played as like a giant stuffed bear, and you just did like Hitman level things to murder other stuffed animal bears on Stuffed Animal Bear Island.
And we figured that by slapping on that skin of the 70s, 80s horror slasher flick, we were onto something remarkable. So we put the old band back together. We went and get Ash and Dave and Phil, and we put a team of about 30 talented...
I'm sorry, I'm just listening to this because I want to hear. This is interesting.
2016, Dead by Daylight came to be. One of the first key moments for us happened just a little before launch. So the first Halloween before launch, we showed it internally to the rest of the behavior team. I remember we put the killer on the big screen and we put the survivors in a different room and we had people play the game, and there was a lot of excitement and it was really cool. And then we put the survivor on the big screen and people went a little nuts and we saw the crowd really gather and root for the little guy to survive. And we realized at that point that not only was Dead by Daylight gonna be a great game, but it's gonna make for an amazing show.
Okay, that's neat. That's just hiding that a little clip from. All right, if you don't know, that's Matthew. He's like one of like the higher ups at Behavior, the people who make Dead by Daylight. It was shocking to me because I was like I didn't even like put two and two together that like they were that they put out games for that long. They're also Canadian, which is super cool. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon by your side as you lay by the fire? Yeah. Spirit? Are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. I guess I could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother, and I want it back though. If you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. It's the last thing I do. Finally start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. Try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. Dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't be as spooky by now. You had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? I think you see what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Wraith stares at you awkwardly. He says nothing, just stares. You look around to see if there's something going on behind you on either side, but nope, just staring. Oh, you're awake. Saw you with the spirit before bedtime. Are you making some sort of alliance? Are you with... Wraith scans the horizon. Them? Making sure you are who you say you are. Been burned before. Something seems off in this island since you've arrived. Even more than usual. Maybe we could talk more about that tomorrow. It's just since you got here, I just think we have a really nice day tomorrow together. Just you have no idea. I've been here with these monsters, to be honest. I have no idea either. They're just awful. Boring, loud, and stupid. You're different. There's finally someone here on my level. They're thoughtful, interesting, gentle. I think we could, you know, have fun. Show you some cool stuff if you want. You know, that's totally cool. I get it. No pressure. In fact, probably just forget I was here. Good night. Finally alone for real this time, maybe. Drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. I'm gonna be super poisoned. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. Some of the my finest reactions with someone who isn't a parent, didn't end bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? I have to say, oh, I do, attractive, mysterious. Really don't know many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash off her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to get on their guard. Don't know his newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more about than what he's letting out about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming at me, major buzzkill, and... Trapper? Oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but that the issue is much. Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human. I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone wants to, I don't care enough to stop them. I'd just have to kill Dwight to feel anything again. I don't really care. This island's full of people who don't really like me. So what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from my plan anyways. I know everyone thinks me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. Can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. A cute hat and robe? Okay, those are a choice, sure. Somewhere to come around and capture my heart. At least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. This game is a trip. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. And you feel great, totally well rested. Not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? So yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. Really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. Wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off, right? Yeah, that's not sus. That is... When you hand a cup of coffee and it's got like this spooky fart gas coming off of it, yeah, you probably shouldn't drink it. That's a solid no for me, dog. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind this joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting is shit. I love the idea. It's like, yeah, there'd be work killers, but yeah, there's no budget for another one. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. I want to ask him how to reach the other island. Now is the time. Never mind, he left. At least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of paradise where you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please, make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? It's not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak on the churn at the moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. And if this place is an eternal prison of pain, I'm not saying it is. Even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up if it's crafted with love, or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture and bear the souls of a part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you trying to sell me on this place of actually being good? Don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. They do make some great points. Oh, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, I'm suspicious there's no option. Yes, I'm not suspicious that there's no option here. What an encouraging response! I'm so glad you're not suspicious. Hey Claudette, maybe it's suspicious because they figured out what they're really doing here. So your chance, they're still clicking, even right now to see how you respond. Hey, look at that, they don't know anything. Doesn't matter though, we're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun. Do you hear us? We're having fun? I need to ask you one more question though. We ought to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Could you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Nah. I'll not say anything negative about this item. You have my word, I agree with this verbal contract. Perfect! Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes! Hey, it's totally cool if you still have constructive feedback. Please to leave that as the positive review, because we know nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyways, I see Dwight and Claudette are gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean one thing. Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and... So much for maintaining these beach pods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magical powers only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful, mysterious island. Would puberty be better if we were all in a mysterious, like, island paradise? Who knows? Probably. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. Can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Whoa. Now Hunter steps up talking about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities in the strange island has in store. How open-minded. Oh, well, that surely must be it. No one else would be really staying up during breakfast, too. Just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? Or should I say, not? I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest of familial revenge thing. And last night was no different. So in that case, exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. If you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Oh boy, barps. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of GBST to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, don't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring you all and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking questions. I'm asking a question too. When will Wraith shut up? Now they're all looking at you Oh god, I'm sorry, I have to... I gotta switch from standing to sitting mode. I've been standing for like, oh Jesus Christ, I almost fucking fell out of my chair. I was doing this standing the whole time, and now I feel like I have to sit. And now they're looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. See you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, or a sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. It's like a full day not eating. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was in short. A lot. Before you got there, though, something catches your attention. Hear that? Who are you addressing, me? Well, yeah, I guess that's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these four fine killers. Feels like the person I'm getting to know most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much that it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing as though I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there a little more. Oh yeah, that's it. How does that feel? Intense? Nice. Yeah, it feels right. This is uncomfortable. I want you to take that apart. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two do whatever they're... Dwight and Claudia are getting it on, I guess. I mean, right there. They did, technically they did add Sex and Dead by Daylight, but it's not with me and like Spirit or like Trapper or Huntress, you know. It's 2 survivors. 2 NPCs. Just play the Oblivion music over top of that. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster branded suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it! Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here. And that I could hear you, well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like, fun? I think 2 people trying to find a new way to kill each other on a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves, see, every day. We spend it hoping we stab each other in just the right spot we don't get resurrected. Come to believe that's the key to finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? I don't have to laugh that hard. I get it. My life is a nightmare, yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. And all our entry warrants and our 5 minutes are up anyway. Good luck. You're gonna need it. Hey, if you've ever figured out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That's both a tragedy and a comedy. Cragmedy. Is that what Craig of the Creek is, that cartoon? All I know is I think Jeff Rosenstock does music on it. Somewhat sometimes, I don't know. I've never seen it, I never watched it. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah! You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday wasn't short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. We've dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soak up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. What would make the first move? Aside from that disturbing thought, I was going according to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's... Hey babe! Breakfast is weird, huh? Everyone's just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some kind of forced check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon, or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs get to hang out. You play your cards right. I could give you a private show. Get you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. The blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. We're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy's gone. We got some ground rules established. We're definitely gonna abide by. Time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope, now they're shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's a spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. Should get out of here. You know, a place that brings a little bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way I do. Not these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them. I'll get my father too, and I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. And it's scary, and more than a little hot. We get turned on by menacing. That I do. Look at all this time on Murder's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance. But you've also seen that there's more sensitive side hiding within her. Which do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go with Spirit, the Huntress interjects. I guess you could go off the spirit today. Seems pretty cool, actually. If we were friends here on the sound, vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. We might have something, though. You and I could let you go off on our goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know a secret spot. See everything through the holes in these adorable masks. So my offer stands. We can hang out today. Plenty of room in my cabin, wink wink. It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink wink out loud. Wow, it sounds like my girlfriend. How smooth she is. Mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. If that's the thing, I'm gonna plop a safety save. It's always good to remember that all these cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, the silence got me tilted. So who will it be? I gotta go with Spirit. I made the correct decision. No, that's just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm gonna slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, I still got a lot to prove to me. I don't believe our connection is real, but I've been hurt before. Literally. The katana. Katana that I now wield in my spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. I wasn't gonna change. Don't worry, I'll hang out with Huntress next time, in our next Let's Run Through play. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice she's wearing all black, like the lighthouse. I mean, except for all the red highlights, like in her hat and in her like little kimono thing, you know. Yeah, all black. Noticing a bit of theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like me. Spirit smiles. Nature abhors a vacuum. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The lapping waves of the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. Spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you to be heard, just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that! The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. Not exactly sure what to do. It's an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Thanks, I forgot to bring mine when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem, I figured I was... Right now, this interaction is weird, because it's like every time my girlfriend and I go to the beach, she's just like, oh, hey, I got the sunscreen. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot it, and then I turn into like a burnt cucumber. I don't know why cucumber came to like the first to my mind. I go into the beach looking pale, I come out looking like a fucking tub of Neapolitan ice cream. It just red burns the parts of me that sunscreen have hit because of the tan, and then just like the parts I like didn't even see the light of the sun. They're just pale, ghostly white. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. Need any help reaching those difficult spots? See a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? What could go wrong here? Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch as Spirit applies sunscreen to herself in the most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get handy with her, and she's just like, nope, I just move my ghostly hand that's disconnected from my body, my Rayman hand. Rub it all in. You don't get that, horny player. I'm gonna comment on her floating hands ability. The fact that your hand floats out around you like that and you can reach things way easier than you can, it's almost like you're some kind of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating several severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think to wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I understand why some people act the way they do. I guess we should apologize for that, because, like, you didn't mean it like that. I'm truly sorry. I thought what your experience was like. Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong. I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It must have been horrible. That was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, pull all these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh right now if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I tried as a reminder what my father did to me. The world did to him. I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to the pressure the way he did in the end. The way the fear, anger filled him up and then he came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard to not think about revenge. A dragon inside me, it's doing what to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it, even though it gives me strength. I must maintain control. I am losing the goth voice. Oh my god, I am losing, like, voice just in general. You're stronger than he ever was. I'm sure of it. I appreciate that. Suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. Life, love. This world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little reassurance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted into— oh no. Oh no! Oh no, feet. I accidentally found the feet route. Oh god, no, I thought it would have been Trapper with the feet. Oh, I found the degenerate route. It rubs the lotion on its skin. Ready. Oh my god! Oh no! The skill check is a foot in the lotion. Oh no, that's horrible. Oh come on, that was still in it. That was still a great skill check. Oh fuck. Fuck. You missed completely. I suppose the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going. Eventually. Weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes rushing things through to get them done. There's the next time. Surely do even better. Look at up at the lighthouse. It's an ominous dark form hovering above. This moment between spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is. In this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst a black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. There's just pirate ghosts. Are you fucking serious? Is this turning into Scooby-Doo? Oh my god, speaking of Scooby-Doo, I changed my wallpaper background to Ghost. Like, of their first album, Epis Eponymous. And it looks a little Scooby-Doo-like. It's like, it's got like Papa Emeritus doing, he's like, got his hands up. It literally looks like Scooby-Doo. And every time my girlfriend sees it, she out of nowhere, she'll just go, ooh, and like put her hands up like on the cover, and I've never felt more attacked in my life. I've never been more personally attacked in my entire life. And I'm just like, you know what? This is what it feels like when I personally attack people. It's not a great feeling. That being said, I'm never gonna stop doing it because where's the fun in that? From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. Tattered black flag whips around the ocean area above as the ship cranes towards the shore. Before crashing onto the rocks, must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Alright, it does that sometimes too. Should we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again, except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they are, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith! He emerged from the palm trees behind you. Can you not? Buddy? I didn't come here to break up your date or something. Yes, you did. Came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through the woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates or that mermaid I saw washed up on the shore that one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to beautiful person as they are in the movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you catch my drift. It's all a part of a vast conspiracy. Epic river of lies that runs beneath the island, or something. Pretty sure I figured it out. The basics anyhow. You come with me, I can. You can get cut! Spirit waves her katana, nearly tripping a couple buttons off of Ray's tropical top. Takes the hint and backs away for steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last. The tension. Did she just defend my honor? Because if so, that's pretty dank. The best waifu 2022 till forever. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to the spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear, however, that whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get to peek at a bathing suit beneath. Oh lordy. For someone who doesn't care, who seems intent on proving how little she cares about how everyone else thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening to Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst out and interrupt whatever you're doing. It seemed like they were worried that you'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach. We'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard beating the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Yeah, but you know... yeah, you'd assume that, but everybody in Survivor queue right now is just killing themselves on hook because, you know, the 4 fucking perks everybody ran got nerfed into the ground, and it's like, oh, how dare they nerf this one build that carried me for years? How dare they? How dare they expose me for being bad at this game? I'm not projecting, you are, Mr. Strawman that I just made up. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't all what was promised. Wait a minute, there is no announcement here. But there's me! You got mud in your eyes, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am. So are you. But I know the way out. I've got a bat back in my secret lair. Literally. And figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. So I should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You got a secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? Said I got, sap in my secret hair? There's a flap on my secret chair? Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. Trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had, and I don't know how long because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. This is not me messing things up. I keep trying to tell you. This is dang island. Come to accept the difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that's our fate. It's not anyone's decision, simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is that hiding your spooky secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing that little bell. Don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside of me. I can't not fight. And all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see it, this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks? Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. Do your little phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. You know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks? You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. Again, even better now. She's John Cena. Speaking of which, Jesus Christ, Fortnite, why are you... Fuck you for charging like 20 bucks for John Cena as a skin. That kills my want to get him. Not really, but yes, still. You have no idea what you're talking about. This sure sounds like some video game community forum thread on minutia, if there ever was such a thing. Not that you know about that either. Oh yeah, I was never I was never on video game forums arguing with people. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are gonna stop this, so it's on you. Ahem. Hold on, I should probably drop a seat. You know what? With dating games and shit like this, this is probably like the ideal thing you do. Like you do a lot of drop a bunch of saves, so you just don't have to like skip through a lot of stuff. You can just like go through different sections. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm gonna do that now. And I choose. When it comes down to it, neither of these two seem easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. Don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second-guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. No offense taken, yeah, okay, it's true. Be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. Got enough revenging to do without having to kill you, and Wraith too. Oh my god, I didn't know I was gonna do more moral choices around. Suddenly, just interruptions. Your date gets interrupted, and it's like, oh hey, someone wants to steal you. Okay. Wow, this is what it feels like to be hot. I don't know what that feels like. Spirit walks you around a corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree. It is just a small sapling, but has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. A Spirit steps up to the tree. A cold breeze pulls some petals off and they come cascading through the air around both of you. A meeting of the cherry blossom. They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this is the reason they are a symbol of fleeting nature of life, our fragile mortality. In a way, the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel? Empowered? Knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life is like the beauty of a flower in bloom. It allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. As you explain, Spirit's face begins to look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should it matter? Then it dawns on you. The Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope to cycle back, no rebirth, or a moment of blossoming of life gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part. That's Spirit's eternity. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. I was just... You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. And once the fallen cherry blossoms represent the souls of Samurai Ward. Oh. I'll just save scum that. Hold on, what's the fast forward button? Settings. Text speed. Shift space. I don't know what the skip button is. Is there a skip button? Hold on, I'll save after that. I'll say frustrated this time. It's frustrated, that might be it. As you look at the tree and consider the spirit's question, you reflect on your own current predicament, stranded here, no understanding of why, no control. The beauty of this island, the attention of such an interesting companion, it should bring you joy, but it comes at the price of being completely confused and hopeless. You look down and see a crumbling cherry blossom on the ground at your feet. As you stare at it, something begins to rage inside of you. Like a dragon! How can anyone find comfort, even for a moment, with death and decay looming over the horizon? It makes me so frustrated. It makes me so mad. I want to do something about it. I want to strike back against this shitty reality. Spirit lets you go off, staying calm despite your bubbling rage. She must know thoughts like this. Is this what she asked you, so that you'd see things from her point of view? I want to be alive! You feel connected to her at this moment more than you have at any point before. You wonder, does she feel the same? Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the souls of those samurai warriors. Oh. Once the fallen cherry blossom represent the souls of samurai warriors. Those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives inside me, my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish, as if it were installed here by someone. Watch Spirit choose her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. Sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. This time we got a really good reason. It has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. Just here to tell you it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. It's time to go, or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining! And that's just not the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? No, you really are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. The appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Right this here too. We're not gonna do the gag where you cram them on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here. They're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. Thank God. Someone just get like just a bunch of baby oil and just slather it on everyone. That'll be good. With your love on the line, everyone's being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting it this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Wraith seems like the biggest longshot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting him have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. I'm sick of watching everyone gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway. So we just do the simple salad or something. The green kind. Not the mayo kind. Mayo is gross. Fine with just lettuce. Doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg though. Has no nutritional value. Letting Wraith choose is a mistake. That's on all of us. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? Had an interesting day for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, it could affect your standing with the group. Hey, but just don't sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Nothing is always an option. It wasn't really a date, more like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. Couldn't have not said anything of value better myself. Spirit is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise, she doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everybody eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's a really supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. Oh my god. Not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony petite. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve here has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Oh, that said impossible, I think. It just instantly skipped. Everybody eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you could please so kind to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You go willingly or unwillingly, you have no choice. Tough cookies. You have a choice in how you said that, dweeb. Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fires are birth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of the childhood trauma, including fire. Finally, everyone starts to move toward the fire pit, only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? Or have they got a stunning creative mind? Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their own way in. But something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something always seems to be happening here, so nothing's probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Oh god. If it's another story, I might end it here because I think it like the past would be this long. Like I've been doing a lot of talking. Like I've been talking for like almost 3 hours straight. Should I pick something to tell a story, or we could play charades? Boggle? Actually, we were thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We are just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or your nerves are heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and it doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. It's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Player was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Sure, I'm going to tell a story. Let's hope it's a mystery. I love how every time Trickster pops up, it's just they play his fucking music from the menu. Just like a little tiny snippet. I need some more water. Wah wah. Okay, what type of story did you want to tell? Let's talk about romance. I'll tell a romantic story. About two lovers who take poison together and die from foaming at the mouth. Or about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily Wolverine. Not quite, it's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. It couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. A bit too soon if you could trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly, I learned a lot from Love about them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with their partner. Love can spark from a mere look across the campfire. Now I've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Except for Trickster has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it's just quite bad. Sorry, but this narrative keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear for a story from tonight? We look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Are we gonna do another spirit? Oh my god, this like edgy choice music, I didn't even realize this is like just an interpolation of the Dead by Daylight theme. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone in this group. Like all good stories. I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. Called the bride, or I mean technically the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join the matrimony and reunite their souls for eternity. Part of the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautifully shabby chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning on the details of the wedding. Two creative invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before setting. Oh my god, 100 cakes? How? That's some white people shit to steal from Danny Brown. That's some rich white people shit. 100 cakes? Motherfucker, like, that seems ridiculous. Who can afford 100 cakes? I can't even afford 100 cupcakes. I chose Lilikoi, by the way, so fancy. Came to time to figure out the decorations, however. The bride, or fiance, I guess, since she actually wasn't married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he's definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such a lovely, natural setting for the ceremony, Beyonce decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers surrounded by the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so they'd be the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the amount of variety. Oh my god, I've completely lost Spirit's voice. I've lost her voice. I've lost it. I didn't realize the entire time I was doing like Valley Girl. Holy fuck, I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. For like the 3 people watching. Oh god. Oh Jesus Christ. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came once to familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful than it had ever been before. Just at the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant, so colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. The fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. Every time she did, she noticed further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, or fiancé, crept farther into the woods, till she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy, fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been there before. It wasn't the clearing as she remembered, or at least how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, not only flies buzzed. where the scene of flowers once had intoxicated her. The odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the pathway was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked, and walked, and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest. There was no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Strapped by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you were loved for who you are, out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad, just like someone we know. That was story time. A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every story deserves a good follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing as the series takes a lot of pressure off the individual installment, builds a greater sense of community between the audience and the creator. Tell me, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we're seamlessly move into one segment into the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of romantic Twilight moments. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your rat trap. You know, we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. Have fun tonight and try not to wink, end up dead. I heard you say the words wink out loud. What kind of double entendre are you trying to get with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know how all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit, she doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. Do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak in this blood while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please. Enough of the burns and things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you get far. Running away to someplace more secluded. GPSD is after. They should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not only that, my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but it's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and completely logical. Someone's so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama. I'm so over that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so other corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions and all your fabricated problems. Sitting in the shade drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novel printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actually trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, seems as intentional along with the attention of everyone else still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives or, you know, some special projects we have going. Heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head up for the evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but this is what streaming reality TV dating show boom happening. Pretty much all that was taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Spirit? Oh, you picked me. Yay. Cyrus is rude to me. I just find phoniness. I should be honest with you. Make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize. But I had a long day. Loading, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet revenge takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? I might seem like I hit everything, and everything who I know might be testable tasks we're trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Just say the exact right thing at the exact right time that could melt my cold heart in an instant. I know the rules here better than you. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by a bevy of bottles and of four assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? Oh, I don't drink, so not me. Really don't drink ever? Is that like because it will just fall out of hole your stomach thing, or I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. Why did you choose mixology lessons as your romantic nighttime activity? Everybody knows this kind of days just the excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these things. Wait, that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot on the stem using only your tongue? Whoa, Dwight! Oh, Dwight, spicy boy. Oh, somebody's writing fan fiction about that. How that tongue do? Whoa, who ordered the soda with the splash in my private business? Cause that's off the menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing. It doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you know that I had worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed. By your father. On whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right, so be it. How about you? Do you drink? I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the biggest lie I've ever told in my life and say I don't drink. I got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass on the alcoholic drinks. Here. Oh, it's a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. Such a spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its little fruity guts flop up onto the spirit's lap. Oopsie. On the upsides of wearing black. Hardly show stains. No take backsies. So, lovebirds, which drink shall we make? Dark and stormy. How about a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date? Yeah, that's smooth. Okay, that one is cute. Please allow us to demonstrate how a dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract, and a bit of apple juice poured over ice. Fresh ginger beer is added in, garnished with the lime wheel, and drink. The end. I think you're up to a challenge of replicating this recipe. Rum substitute and ginger beer over ice. Don't forget the lime wheel! Rum substitute, ginger beer over ice with the lime wheel. Not sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural. A sassy natural. You and Dwight might have more in common then. Don't you dare. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way in from the ocean. Taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. Since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we got plenty of time left to relax. Want to make out a little? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and it immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. No! Let me... No! No! They should call this game Absence by Daylight. Jesus Christ. They didn't add sex and they added more absentee. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. It seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oi! Feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this one over with so that, you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 archetypes of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who GBST chooses. Wait, is this supposed to be the next day, or is it like the day after? That was the exact same thing. Why the fuck did I say that? It's like it says like, oh, it's gonna be night soon. And it's, okay. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we walking? Not Not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. No particular order. It's a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like order does matter. Wraith, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate that. Stop talking. Oh, sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I prefer just to tell Ghostbusttyler privately. I don't really know how it's gonna work with game mechanics. Maybe just whispered it. Wraith considers that for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice in barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. Then I can finally tell you what I've been working on. It's gonna be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. Then we finally get off this island. Maybe we can get a real date. Oh, you done? Is that it? Wraith nods proud. Great, Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning I'm planning a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper, you won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. I was hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. Hey, don't mind. Gonna start preparing, because clearly you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Hit her, spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow you will spit in the face of God, die, and be bored. Oh my. Again, this is like the weird cringy shit. It's just like, yeah, like this aligns with interests. Or maybe I've just played way too much Shin Megami Tensei back in the day. What fucking game was I playing recently where it was... Oh, it was Neon White. Where they were also talking about how much God was a dick and how much SMT is just like, hey, everyone's a dick, just be cool with other humans. And demons if they're like cool with it, if they're cool and they're not murderous. That's it? You're not intrigued by that. I don't want you. Go draw a crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I know what these guys do all day. You want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so I drink tonight if you tend to hang out with Spirit. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Boy, thanks, I'd love to. So, think about picking me as your final warming. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you need to dream about these options so you make sure to choose in the morning. I go dreaming about these swoon-worthy options so you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Haha! Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without slaying one of our contestants who's already teetering on the edge of psychological break. Giving them a little push. Hold on, there's been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm now just finding out about it? Come on, the signs were right there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. Now the time to eliminate one of our killers. Oof, it's like butchering, but it hurts even worse. Can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you even dare try? Oh god, I have a feeling I'm gonna hit a death. You mean? That's right. Tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will be not eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? 'Cause it's dramatic? 'Cause it's surprising? Because it's classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings, someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. There she can disappear. Hard to track. Yeah, that was the meta. That indeed was the meta at some point. Just running Spirit. There was some perk where you could like listen in and like using like 2 of her add-ons, and she was like the most oppressive thing ever. And now she's been like nerfed a lot. Eek! If you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. Although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems he might like be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. Which sociopath are you eliminating? Easy, Wraith. Didn't have to think about that. Look, I'm here and horny. I'm here. Look, saying it so matter of fact. Look, I'm here and horny. You know what? That's just being honest with yourself. I'm not getting positive reinforcement from you, Wraithy Poo. Please don't take this personally. It's just my opinion of you and who you are and what you're about deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Like, give me something, you know? A kiss, a wink, hold my hand, fish telling me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Or better yet, don't. Wraith rises, taller you've ever seen him, and calmly walks towards the exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When I came here, I thought perhaps you would be different. I don't know how my last bit of hope in humanity hadn't been snuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You're just like the rest of them. There is no hope of goodness here. The only thing I can do is to try to escape. Burn everything and everyone to the ground. He leaves. Pretty badass exit. I was not expecting that. Now that you've broken the heart of somebody heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. Might not get to go home with GBSD when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending a eliminated player home with their own mostly new Trickster body pillow. The best thing to the real Trickster might hug you back, but it will definitely won't try to stab you. And how do we know? Because we tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Oh my god. Alright, I'm predicting right now this is going to be a product that you're going to be able to purchase later on. Sexy Island Trickster body pillow. I mean, how could they not? That's going to sell like hotcakes. That isn't even a bet. That is just easy money. That is as natural as the sun coming up in the morning. Claudette approved. Hope you sleep well. You're my hero for what you accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back to put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know that was kind of a game. Check in with everyone, especially our loser. Everybody deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is, I'm a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when... Your mother is skewed by an elk when you were young? Yeah, how did you know? Wild guess. Also, it's the only thing you talk about. If you excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over by that tree, and I'm feeling peckish. I know I said some things when GBSD cooked me to the curb, and just want to say I'm embarrassed for how I acted. Not what I said, though. I stand by it. I want everyone here to burn. How would I say how things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If GBSD's goal is to impress me, then things are going poorly. It's goal to get themselves killed, and they're doing an amazing job. Of course they're into me. Why wouldn't they be? I'm thoughtful, beautiful, surrounded by calming mist. Also, I've got great hair. Since I'm technically dead, I'm extremely low maintenance. Look, I don't like to throw the term anime waifu around too often, but if the body pillow fits, snuggle it, you know. Oh my god. I'm now being roasted for this. Like, oh hey, it's the hot goth chick who wants to spit in the face of God and talk about shit, and it's like, oh, I'm an anime waifu, and you're fucking weep for liking me. I'm like, yeah. 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 What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget. Old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing my new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media, NFT crypto app, doing these private gigs over on IP Island. Okay, yeah, you know, Trickster belongs here, like with other sociopaths when he's doing NFTs. That is peak evil. My dudes, you gotta come out, check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where all the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama, lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everybody that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking about your favorite established characters from pop culture that can't be seen on the sound. Hell, you probably even mention them like Ghost. Don't you say it? Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. I've got a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. But I want to see a sexy island Ghostface though. Why can't I see Ghostface in just ripped, swinging around a knife? He's got his ghost face on, and he's just in a Speedo, the tightest Speedo you've ever seen. Ghostface, come on. Whatever, don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, GBST. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes, seriously, do they not pay me enough to deal with you people? Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. Sentient water, how are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? Thing, you're getting all wet. Now what? It's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean, do your check-in. Check-in? Just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom, are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay, never mind. Never mind, what does that mean? No, not you two. This was meant to be confessional time for literally every character in the game. That's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and we wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How's that? You know what? I don't care. You're looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue at the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Wraith get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I've ever felt a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, the sweet sugary drinks, sounds fun for a long weekend. But for an eternity? Then a relenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls? It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? Why is the sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you out of bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, that was a weird way to end. Oh well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone's about to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone had their shot to annoy me tonight, so let's hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be doozy. All right. With hold on. Okay, with that, I think that's the end for gonna be for tonight. But yeah, that's hooked on you so far. My lord, I've been talking a long fucking time. Like, almost 3 hours straight talking. Doing narration and shit. I got so much respect for people who do this for a living. And know how to do it and know how to talk for this long. It's a skill that I don't possess, but hopefully people are having fun while I do it, because this is good. I like this. This is fun. It's goofy. It's one of those things where you never expected a developer to be like, you know what, let's do a really weird thing with our property that's really goofy. It's just like just romance characters in it, and also just have like these weird undertones of just like existential horror, dread, spookiness. I mean, the game, we pretty much opened on the head of a corpse. But yeah, if appreciate it if you're watching live, appreciate it if you're watching the VOD, wherever it may be. I know I think I just said that, but whatever. If you somehow liked what you saw, there is a subscribe/follow button in the bottom right hand corner of the video player. Would appreciate that. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, write a nasty comment, write a funny comment. I don't care, any kind of interaction is good. But yeah, I guess with that, I'll see you again real soon. Bye everybody. And don't be. Well, I was gonna make a joke about being horny, but I'm completely blanking. Boy, I'm feeling as awkward as Wraith right now. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye bye.